Everybody, and good morning, afternoon, and or evening, wherever you may be. This is RonlyConly, that's R only C only, and we are back for another Red Dead Wednesday at long last. It's been almost a year, my friends, and I am incredibly apologetic for that, but we are online this time. I've been playing online lately. On Red Dead and getting those Madame Nazar's collectibles, but today I'm going to get a treasure. Along the way I'm going to get some collectibles as well, and we'll make this a short little stream, spur of the moment. I'm glad you're here, or if you're watching later, welcome. Good to see you. Alright, there's my sip of coffee. I should brush off this horse. This is Georgia. She's a new horse. I had another horse named Gina, and she was a little too slow, so we upgraded just about a month ago. And Georgia's a good girl, so we'll take a break. One of my daily challenges is to sell 3 things to Madame Nazar, who you see here. You can talk to her to get some challenges and collectible items. Those collectible items you can make easy money. If you're into that sort of thing. I like collecting things in games. That's why I like Spyro the Dragon so much, which you can find on my YouTube channel. And I may revisit Ripto's Rage sometime soon. I've been missing our boy Spyro. So I've got as you can see here, I've got a bunch of collectibles. I tend to keep a stock of 2 of each item and sell the 3rd or more off. Just so as I collect more, I have a set ready to go. The sets are more valuable, as Madame Nazar will tell us at some point. You may hear her saying it's more valuable as a set. I keep all the alcohol bottles because occasionally there are daily challenges to drink an antique alcohol bottle, and that is those of Madame Nazar's value. So as you can see, my guide, the red dot on the map is pointing me elsewhere. We're going to come over to Emerald Ranch, Emerald Station. There's some collectible items there we're going to get. In fact, there's a Queen of Cups card and a bottle of whiskey. And the way I find these is a handy-dandy app called the RDR2 map, which has both online and story mode versions of the game, where you can find the collectible items and things of that nature. Now, usually you go into Deadeye and it'll show very brightly yellow, or it'll ring. You hear the little Dreamcatcher sound. No thing is showing up here, so we may already have the Queen of Cups, or it may be inside here. Now, the reason they sometimes don't appear is if I have not sold that card. I think there's usually one right here. If you haven't sold the card, then it won't appear again until you do sell it to Madame Nazar. And I believe the Tennessee whiskey is in the rundown bar here. I like this app that I use for these collectibles. It just speeds up the process. You get, like, if you sell a set, it's usually about $200, give or take, depending on the item. My controller's vibrating also, now that I've ranked up in my collector. The more you collect, the easier it gets to identify where those items are. And usually they're in like little shacks like this, or on porches. That's an easy way to find the cards. The alcohol bottles are not too hard to find. They're usually, there's 12 of them, I believe, and they're scattered throughout the map. And they rotate every day, but the cycle continues. So the next spot I want to go, according to my map, is in this area here. There's usually some things here. One of the harder ones to complete the set of is the Arrowheads, which we're going to find hopefully one now using the handy dandy metal detector. Yeah, somebody do that sound cue for me, thank you. You can use a metal detector on your horse. It's in your item wheel here. Your kit, metal detector, bingo. Alright, see a crow. And my controller vibrates. It lights up. You can't really see in the daytime though. It makes that chink sound, and it's right here by the scarecrow. And it tells you to dig when you're on the spot. And sometimes you'll find just mounds of dirt where you just use the shovel, you don't use the metal detector. But those will glow orange better. The feldspar. Let's see how many arrowheads. I've got 10 out of 12, and I need the obsidian and the quartz arrowhead. Now, some geniuses on Reddit will tell you that that obsidian arrowhead can be found here at this exact spot where we just dug up the feldspar. And sometimes they tell you to find a different lobby, but the obsidian one took me literal years to find until like a month ago, so that's the hardest thing to find. I think it's one of the most rare items that you can collect. The Nine of Cups, see how it glowed yellow when I went into Deadeye? That's what I was talking about, that it highlights. My controller's vibrating like crazy. You might be able to hear. We've got those cups. And I go through these cups, these cards like crazy. They're really easy to track down, and I think most of them are constantly on the map somewhere. So every day you have a chance to complete them. That's why they're the easiest ones to pursue. The wildflowers are pretty good. You just have to get, like, they're only in certain areas of the map. Ones like the agarita and the bloodflower only appear at night, so that makes them a little more challenging. So I tend to stockpile those. The agarita is probably the hardest one to get. Bloodflower is a little bit more plentiful in the swamp, in Lemoyne. The agarita is in the desert, and there's usually only one or two a day available. All the rest are pretty regular appearing in the map. And I'm sure we'll talk about more collectible items here. How you doing? Oh, don't charge me. Thank you. He missed. I don't blame him. I put up that gun to see how, whether there was if it was a perfect skin, I probably would have killed that ox. I'm gonna be honest with you. And next, we want to go down the road. There's a cross paths. Well, hello there, Safek there. So welcome to the stream here. We are glad you're here with me. And Red Dead Wednesday has returned. I'm glad you are watching and enjoying. Just doing some collectible things en route to get the one of the what's it called? Like Cardinal Hill treasures or something. I forget the actual name of it right off the top of my head. And I think it's right at this sign. Bingo! Here we are. It's the Citadel rock treasure that we are in pursuit of. Taking some slight detours to get some collectibles. How many jewelry bracelets do we need? Only one more missing, the Helena Sapphire. And I know where that tends to appear. Just over Armadillo in the desert. But that only appears there on certain days. And I'm not sure if today is the day, but we can find out pretty easily. Now, this bunker usually has a couple collectible items. And even if there's no collectible items, there are things aplenty to pillage, for lack of a better word, like a little piece of jewelry. You take that to the fence. That's not a collectible jewelry for Madame Nazar. Can't get the snake oil. The boxwood comb, however, is collectible, and that's what my main goal here was. Halfway through the heirlooms are pretty easily also pretty easy to collect, but you have to be patient. Some of them can appear in more strategic places. At times you can find random heirlooms, and there are some heirlooms that you can only get by digging them up with the metal detector, and there are some that appear in specific places like that boxwood comb. Alright, now let's go get that treasure, shall we? I don't think there's too many more detours. There's a snake back there that we conveniently missed, but Georgia here is a little nervous around snakes. I don't blame her. I still remember the first time I rode through this part of the map, and I'm still just in awe of how beautiful this game is. Someday they might actually upgrade it to the PlayStation 5 like they did with Grand Theft Auto, and this will be stunning in 60 frames per second. So supposedly it'll glow big and bright like that card did, but we're on such a wide area that it's hard to be sure. The app that I use, the Red Dead 2 map, does indicate where the potential locations. There's 4 spots for each of these treasure map locations that the actual treasure could be found, and I've found one already right about where I'm at. Up in here there's the location. There's another one on top of these hills, so perhaps I'll go around there and we'll check that out. Climb that hill. Last year I did a lot of hunting on Red Dead Redemption. You can find those on... Oh, hello there. You can find those on my YouTube channel at RonlyConly. That's R-only-C-only. And some of those are legendary animals, but those are all in the story mode. And here we are online. Whoa! Okay, fine. You win this round, Georgia. I won't make you take the plunge. Hello there. Okay, so the treasure is not on the hill, which leaves only one other location that it may be. Did I just go back up the same hill? Well, maybe I'm a little confused here. Or it could be up there, I suppose. I don't like being on these mountains with the horse running around. I always believe I'm going to go right over the edge. Well. Thank you, Georgia, for not taking the plunge. Let's see on the map where we are. So this is another possible location for the Citadel rock treasure. And I think this, where I've just put the waypoint, is where it shall in fact be. Since I've already eliminated 2 locations and have already gotten the treasure from the final one. Go down this way and hook around through the bushes. The only downside to being online is, that could have been really ugly. Glad you didn't have to see that. The only real downside about being online is that you can't hear your Arthur or John Marston reassure the horse that she's okay. You just hear the shushes. Alright, my controller's vibrating. I believe we're in the right spot. And if you look up there, that is where the treasure lies. There's a little campsite. I don't know that we can get the horse up here. We probably could have, but and maybe that's the only way we'll get up here if he slides down like that. Aha! Black box. Let's see what's inside. Yay, we did it! There's a daily challenge done for me. And $125. And some snake oil. How exciting. I'll mark this on my map that I have found it, so next time I will know exactly where to go. Now let's see what else is on the agenda for today. Daily challenges here. We can go fishing or hunting. Maybe we shall. Need two more arrowheads, so why don't we do that? There's one relatively close, just down the way here. And we will need a shovel. So that's exciting. You'll get to see how that appears if you don't already know, and if you do already know, well, you'll see it still. I'm glad you're here with me, as I said. It's very exciting, spur of the moment stream. I've been itching to get back on here on Twitch or YouTube if you're watching this later and do some streaming. Make me feel a little bit more productive as I'm avoiding my responsibilities. There it is, glowing. Now the controller vibrates, and that's the dirt mound. Isn't it so conspicuous? You can hardly see it in the trees. Be sure to follow or subscribe to the RonlyConly stream here on Twitch or YouTube or both. Hey, we got another arrowhead that we needed, and it was the obsidian arrowhead. I just said that it was one of the harder ones to find, and there it is. It's all randomized, so it's really hard to say the odds. I'm sure somebody has done the math. Now we just need the quartz arrowhead. Maybe we'll get lucky, and usually I do get lucky because you're watching along with me. Thank you for your support. Couldn't do it without you. Now let's see where another arrowhead is that's close to where we are. The answer is there's not one really, according to my map. There are some down towards Blackwater. But we'll go down south and get a chocolate daisy flower. That'll be nice. Just a little collect-a-thon this morning, easing into the day. Happy Valentine's Day, if you are celebrating. Whoa. Okay, easy, Georgia, easy. Alright. We made it over the hill, okay. There's some pheasants. We do need some pheasants, so let me get my varmint rifle. It's probably too late now. Alright, we needed 2 of them for a daily challenge. I believe, let me double check my challenge, whether it's a skin or a carcass. Pheasant skinned, okay, skin that pheasant. Big money, no whammy. Pheasants are beautiful birds, even in this game. My grandfather and a lot of older guys in my family still go pheasant hunting in the Midwest. Kind of gross to watch. It's hazy now, foggy. There's another challenge done. We get like a dime's worth of gold, and as you do it every day, it increases. So by the time you get to the end of a week, you can really rack up some gold. I managed to go the full month last month, checking in every day, doing a simple challenge and logging off. And that's how I bought a moonshine check. Oh, there it is. The flowers don't glow as boldly, but they do stand out from the rest there. Thank you, Georgia, for your help. Now, the next thing is an arrow. Another arrow near Blackwater in the Great Plains, so we'll make our way over there through the haze. It's kind of scary when it gets all foggy. I'm just waiting on a bear to attack me, even though this is not really bear country. This part of the map. We will travel through some bear country, though. Not the grizzlies. Black bears in this game and in life are a lot less threatening. They generally don't attack unless you surprise them. A lot of times they'll run away. Grizzly bears, on the other hand, are very aggressive, and if you come across one of those, I do not recommend approaching them. In the game, they will kill you. And if you're trying to go for the Naturalist role, trying to get samples of the grizzly bear, I think I've managed to do it once, and I've died 5 times. I have yet to get a sample of a cougar successfully. I die every time, just because it takes so many shots. You're unloading your whole... Oh! Did not expect that. Poor Georgia has to put up with my incompetence here. That had to hurt to watch. Ooh, pretty horse. Okay. It's kind of nice having a lantern, especially when the sun is shining through my window onto my TV. And I can still see. Okay, well, there's a snake. Timber rattlesnake. I'm tempted, but I won't do it this time. Focus. Even with the lantern, it can be hard to see at night sometimes. And I've got the brightness pretty high. I can't imagine if I turned it down that I would be able to see anything in the dark. Which is fine from a realism standpoint, but the game is no good if you can't see how good it looks. I find the same to be true in films. There's a lot of you know, just dark cinematography for the sake of being dark, and it tends to distract me more than anything. Where am I on the map? Just checking. There's supposed to be a tin of swords in that building beside here. I think we passed an earring spot somewhere along the way, but oh well. We'll stop and get this card on the way to getting the Arrowhead. It's the moonshine. Yeah, we'll take some. Why not? Moonshine comes in handy when you need some extra health boost. There's cocaine gum. Now where is the card? Now when you're inside a building and there's a collector item, it will kind of glow brightly, but not like the yellow. There it is, up on that shelf. Nice. Whoa. Okay. Fine. We'll take the road. Oh. Come on now. You can do better than this. You can do it. I believe in you. Well, I didn't realize my guy was trying to get up on the horse as the horse was on the ground. Sorry about that. Sorry you had to see that. It's only very embarrassing. Don't run into the people. Oh, there's a cougar. Yep, and we're going to die. Ah, shoot. Whew, that was frightening. Almost got me. I'm not quick draw McGraw enough. But we got him. Lost my hat. I really don't want that hat to be part of this outfit. But I don't ever go buy a wardrobe to change it. Now George has got to come back. Come back. Come back. Thank you. I don't know if I've ever seen a cougar on this side of the map in this specific spot, but maybe I have. Usually it's wolves, I thought. Some coyotes. If I had to guess, this arrowhead is probably by a tree. The buried things that you need the metal detector for do tend to be close to destroyed carriages or big trees. I really thought it was that big tree there, but next to the wagon wheel on the ground it says. Oh! Who told you you could do that? There we go. I wasn't gonna do that. I didn't want to have to do that, but I need to eat some health food. Part of the Naturalist role, you can learn how to do a mercy kill, which is nice. You know, I hate to... You ruin the skin, for one, if you do shoot the buck when it's dying sometimes. So we got our poor pelts out of that, but we left with our pride, kind of. I do feel a little mad about that. Okay, eat some plump bird. If you cook game of any kind, you can up your cores really quickly. Now, we were looking for a wagon wheel. Here comes a person, a real life person. I'm sure they're going to kill me now. I always assume people will kill me when they're driving by. Have to be a little defensive. If you go in Eagle Eye, you can see a lot better in the dark. Okay, we're going away from this wagon wheel, wherever it may be. It's been a while. I don't usually come out here looking for anything, so we seem to be getting closer. You know, the metal detector does blink more. That looks like a broken wagon there, and it is flashing more. It will flash like crazy when we are near the spot. Aha! There is the wagon wheel that we want. There's our mark. We did it! Ka-chow! Another obsidian arrowhead. So I guess I'm just some big dummy for thinking that it was rare. Although it did take me a very long time to find the first time. Got the challenge for the arrows for today. And I don't know if the daily challenges apply to everybody, if everybody gets the same challenge or not. I have not done that research. We got the queen. We only need a few more, and we'll have the full set. And I guess the last challenge I'll do today, because I do have to get some work done, is to visit the Owanjila Dam. And on the way, we'll stop right here for a coin. That is also another collector's category. Human Chan. I'm sure Human Chan is very human. Oh, there's more things. Okay, now we've got wolves. Oh no, it's a cougar. And maybe there was two of them. Maybe it was a snake on the other side. I don't know, but this is definitely cougar country. We have learned today, so I'm glad you were here to learn with me. And we survived. I really thought it was going to be a wolf. But I guess I didn't hear any howling. The fact that there were two red dots, wolves tend to travel in packs. Cougars are more, they fly solo. Don't see any tracks for anything else, so it could have just been a snake. Coyotes, not the same as wolves. Coyotes are not as aggressive in this game as I thought they would be. And maybe they're not that aggressive in real life. I don't know. I never really hang around coyotes. I mean, I've seen them before, but... Aha! I felt the vibrations, and that's what told me there is something here. But it does not appear on my Red Dead Redemption map app on my phone, which is, not my problem per se, but I'm sure there's more that I missed. Another arrowhead. How exciting. Too bad it's not the one that we need, the quartz. Somebody's got a camp here. It's a pretty common camp location. I've had a camp there a time or two. If you get a camp in the lower part of West Elizabeth. There's something over there. Turkeys. Okay, so it's beside this big rock. Bingo! A coin. We've got the coins I have not ever completed the whole set of. I've never found these three. I guess I must have sold that one, or that's the one that I just found. I think that's the first time I've actually found that nickel. So there you have it. Coins are harder than the arrowheads. Although I do often go after the coins if I'm passing by them like that, but they're also randomized, so it's luck of the draw, and I'm not especially lucky except when I'm streaming with you. So thank you for joining me, because I couldn't do it without you. That's a skunk. Okay. Here's the wolves we asked for. I can't see them at all. They are really, they got me good here. Alright. Easy. Now we'll switch to my varmint rifle and try to stun one so we can get a sample. Predators are worth more. There we go. To Harriet, who is the naturalist, I don't know, leader, for lack of a better word. We'll go get the sample first. You can hear the wolf barking still. The sedative that Harriet teaches you to use, I don't want to revive you, I don't want to get the sample first. Genius, that's me. Alright, but you don't want to kill them, and you get a little extra bonus if you revive them, if you have revivers. They're usually not aggressive after you sedate them and bring them back. Usually. Even the black bears will run away, but I can't help but think if I stunned a cougar and revived it, it would kill me. They're mean. Boy, oh boy. I sure am glad that you're here with me. Thank you for joining me on today's return to Red Dead Wednesdays on RonlyConly's Twitch stream, or YouTube if you're watching later. That's RonlyConly, R-only, C-only. Got it? Good. Be sure to follow or subscribe, or both, on YouTube and Twitch. And you can check out my website, which is RonlyConly.com. There you can find more about me as an artist and the work that I'm doing outside of twitching. And find out how you can support me further if you're so inclined. I don't often come across beavers. That's the only reason I'm getting the sample of that. And we're coming up to the Owanjila Dam and the lake that is a product of that dam. Oh, that rabbit nearly got itself trampled. I think I had a daily challenge for that yesterday, trampling 5 animals, which seems really morbid, more so than just killing them and skinning them outright. You're okay. It's just turkeys. Oh, and a boar. Easy, easy, easy. We got it. We should be close to getting the challenge, since we're, right here at the dam. There it is. Lovely bit of technology there. Here we go. We did it. Now we could go ahead and do some fishing challenges we have here. I'm not going to, because we're approaching the end of my time here with you today. But you can follow for more. And you might get something exciting in return. Oh, my man's a little cold. I guess we are more in the mountains than we have been. Yeah, we gotta be a little edgy. We're gonna be getting off here soon, so might as well take what we can while we can. I was doing something with a guy recently, and I accidentally killed him. I think I was in Rhodes, and, going on a killing spree, as sometimes you do, and I accidentally killed somebody while I was shooting the police. They were coming after me. Calm down, I just want to steal stuff from your saddlebag. Whoa! Alright. Witnesses must be taken care of. These horses are very upset. I don't blame them. I think if someone were riding me around and feeding me and taking care of me, that I would be upset if they were suddenly destroyed, eradicated. Well, I'm gonna set up a wilderness camp if I can find a campsite. I don't know why the wilderness camp. I feel like this happens every time. Yes, I am mad. Must be too many campers. There we go. Alright. Wilderness camp. You get that from progressing through the Naturalist role. And as you do that, you can also get unlock fast travel from the wilderness camp, which I think one of those people that had been near us did. And one more challenge is to cook 5 or craft 5 things at the wilderness camp. I'm going to craft some small game arrows because I don't have any, and if you want to kill a clean squirrel or birds, you need these arrows and you have to be good with them, and I'm not good with them, so I lose all my small game arrows very quickly. And we got the 5 done because I got the points toward the Naturalist when you do the Naturalist challenges, you get some Naturalist points and you progress through that role, and you get the same, you get the gold and the XP as well. There goes a coyote. I think maybe that was a fox. No, that was a coyote. Okay, my friends. Well, thank you again for joining me for the first RonlyConly Twitch stream in a long time, or on YouTube, of course. If you are watching this later, be sure to follow me on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube at RonlyConly. That's R-only-C-only. Got it? Good. Glad to be here. And I'm going to hope to do these Red Dead Redemption playthroughs every Wednesday, give or take, when I'm able to. And I also do some City Skylines things. I want to get back to New Chirp City. You can find all of my past streams on YouTube at RonlyConly. That's R-only-C-only. Follow me on Instagram as well at RonlyConly. And I will see you next time. Thanks again.